Hi guys, Gavin Townsend, the Transformation Guru. Just rocked up to my gym, the Transformation Gym in Redditch, which is a one-to-one private studio, and we're now going into buying and selling fitness equipment, which has been really popular the last few weeks. I think the coronavirus has actually helped the home fitness market, but also, a bit random to say this, but the likes of the Daily Mail today has actually done me a massive favour, because they've just informed the masses that the gym is probably one of the most unhygienic places to be in, which I know it is because I've ran them for years and I've worked in them. The big commercial gyms, especially with thousands of members, they're a bit questionable because you get a lot of guys who go in, they go to the toilet and they do their thing and they don't wash their hands. I know this because I've seen it countless of times, and I'm not doing this to slander gyms. I'm not doing it to be hating on these gyms. I've got a couple of gym memberships myself. I'm just being a realist with this virus outbreak and being honest with my experience of both managing gyms, working in them and going to them. In the past I've managed independent gyms, I've worked in a lot of big corporate gyms, and I myself, when I've had the cold in the past, I'll be honest, you go to sweat it off. You've got guys who are hardcore into fitness. If they get a cold or flu-like symptoms, quite often not, with the hardcore mindset to say, actually, you know what, I'll just go to the gym, do some cardio, do some weights and sweat it off. Whereas actually, having done the research on this coronavirus, spoken to a lot of medical researchers, scientists and friends who are in the government, this isn't a normal flu. And I appreciate as much as people are saying it's only a flu, it's just this, that and the other, shouldn't worry about it too much. I think people will be more concerned when extreme measures like Italy and China are brought into play in the UK. You go into the gyms, you've got these big sweaty guys pumping weights, you've got all these kids who've never been hygienic, going to the toilet, never washing their hands, putting their hands everywhere on the free weights, barbells. It's a lovely environment. Not. So you only need one person to go in there, and this is why the likes of your cruise liners are getting issues, and flights are having issues, so aircraft are having issues because of the circulation also of the aircon. So we're in a bit of an awkward period at the moment. The government's saying that they want to delay the outbreak, which is fair. So obviously they want a slight growth and they want a slight drop off. They don't want a sudden peak, because if they have a peak, it's that it'll far exceed that point of overstretching the NHS and the vital services, and that's where Italy is struggling at the moment, because they've got what was said is the second largest population of elderly populations on the planet to Japan, which is of no surprise now, seeing why Japan and Italy have got such issues. But we're still in a cold period. We're in spring. When the summer comes, it should be easy. It should be easier to contain and control. And there's been a lot of mass panic. I've been asked probably 500 times now, online, in person. It's the only reason why I'm doing videos on it, so apologise. But being a health and fitness practitioner and personal trainer for many years, and I think it's the fact that I said to a lot of people in December, I think we should be concerned about this, and most of my friends said I was an idiot. It's March the 1st, the whole of Italy's in quarantine, China's on lockdown, my friends who import and export are worried, suddenly everyone wants to chat to me about it, and I don't want to I don't want to talk about it now. I want to focus on other things. I was really looking forward to this year for sport and fitness events, the Euro football, the Olympics, all the different sports activities. And like I say, I've seen marathons in Japan cancelled. I've seen over 20 major exhibition shows globally, including the Arnold Classic in Ohio, America, the likes of FIBO, Germany, cancel. So yeah, it is concerning. I'm supposed to be at Body Power exhibiting in 2 months' time in mid-May, so let's see. And like I say, with I couldn't have timed it better getting into the home fitness market, because I think as the outbreak gets worse, leading up towards the summer, and people want to get fit, I think they're going to be very concerned to go to these big gyms where people don't care too much about their health and well-being so much when it comes to hygiene. You get a lot of young lads who just don't wash their hands, who go to the toilet, do their thing, and don't wash their hands. It's just gross. So they go straight from the toilet, not washing their hands, straight into heavy weights equipment. I'd love to just go in with one of these infrared lights and see all the germs on it. But like I say, you only need to hear one case come out of one gym, and it's going to be not good for that gym. And these big giant corporate gyms, I think they're going to come into a bit of a shock, especially those who advertise the fact that you can cancel anytime, because suddenly if half the nation's scared to leave their house or go to the gym, they'll be like, actually, I'll train from home. So on a positive, which I'm quite happy about, Corona might be doing me a favour, because I've got a private studio where it's deep cleaned every day and every week, and we're selling fitness equipment to the home market now. So actually, I'm gonna thank Corona if it does cause people to want to train from their own home or train in a private studio rather than going to the big fancy corporate gyms. But it's just the reality of business. You never quite know what's around the corner. So in the last 3 months, I couldn't have planned for an election just before Christmas, which is quite funny doing retail. Brexit ended Jan, and who would have thought of a global pandemic? So there we go. That's the realities of being a self-employed individual in the fitness market today. It's quite an unpredictable one, but oh well. So to conclude, if you've got concerns over big busy gyms, take your own hand sanitizer in, wash your hands properly before you leave that gym, and just be aware that just because you're being healthy and you wash your hands doesn't mean the other thousands of people who go to that same gym do that also. So the last thing you want to be doing is going straight to that gym, do your weights, do your cardio stint, sweating loads, touching loads of fancy buttons as you dial in, and go and have something to eat. And yeah. So if you're going to the gym, you want to stay healthy, you want to offset the idea of getting ill, go in, do your thing, wash your hands, sanitize before, and probably have a shower before you have something to eat. Otherwise, you've only got yourself to blame if you get it and you don't listen to those tips. So there you go, some simple tips on how to offset the possibility of getting coronavirus. You can either wash your hands after using the gym, or you can train at home, or you can look at healthier alternatives. I did say recently that gyms, especially commercial ones, are a place of concern for spreading bacteria and viruses, and a few people joked and laughed, and now the national press are jumping on the bandwagon. Oh well, anyway, I'm going to crack on. I've got clients, and you know where I am. If you want any online personal training, any help and tips, feel free to follow me on YouTube, Gavin Townsend. Feel free to also follow me on Facebook and the likes of Instagram. And if you're in the Worcestershire, Warwickshire, South Birmingham area, or you simply want to travel, Transformation Gym, Redditch, happy to do one-to-ones and strategies with clients. And like I say, we're selling fitness equipment now. So today I've sold a few Kaiser spin bikes, and I've also sold a set of dumbbells. So buying and selling all sorts of brands, kettlebells, dumbbells, Bosu balls, weights, benches, spin bikes, treadmills, cross trainers, anything you need, I can get it. So Technogym, Matrix, Live Fitness, it's all good quality second-hand commercial equipment I'm working with. So if you'd rather have a good quality bit of kit in your home rather than buying something cheap and new, give us a shout. I'm Gavin Townsend, thank you for watching. Give us a subscribe on YouTube. Have a great day.